Hello and welcome to another review from Colour with Claire. Today I'm reviewing the brand new colouring book from Jasmine Becket-Griffith. This is Mermaids. So Jasmine has released 3 colouring books in total now. This is the first one. This is her general colouring book with all different themes and different pieces of art that she's painted. This is the second one, which is the Halloween colouring book. So obviously this all centres around sort of gothic imagery and spooky stuff. And her third one obviously is all about mermaids. So first of all, the book is exactly the same format, shape, size and publication quality as the previous 2. So the paper's exactly the same, the cover's exactly the same with this dappled sort of textured look. It's a dust jacket and it has a plain card cover just like the other 2. So all 3 books look absolutely fantastic together. They all match each other and look brilliant on the shelf. So it's the same publisher, the same everything. So if you've had Jasmine's previous books, you will know that the production quality is absolutely amazing. The paper is super thick. It's got a not quite white, definitely not cream, sort of in between colour. It's really nicely textured for coloured pencils, and all of the illustrations are bordered as well, as you can see, so nothing's going into the spine or off the edge of the page. It's all centered and perfect to colour. So format exactly the same, as I say. You've got the illustration on one side and you've got a little bit of a description from Jasmine about this painting on the other. So this is sort of a bit of information behind what inspired the painting and things like that, so straight from Jasmine, so it's a little bit of an insight from the illustrator. So a new thing about these books, I don't believe any of the other colouring books, I'm just having a quick flick through to check, I don't believe any of them had landscape orientated, no they didn't, landscape orientated illustrations, but this happens for the first time in this book. So you can see we have the description and then we have the illustration. So this is one that I coloured myself, obviously. I used Polychromos pencils for the whole thing, and I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out. It's had a great response on the Facebook page and Instagram and stuff. And all I can say is that I've learnt techniques like the skin and the eyes and the hair from all sorts of fantastically talented people on YouTube, also from the book Colourist Special Effects by Helen Elliston, especially for the skin and the eyes. So I'm not artistic whatsoever, so all of this has been learnt and practiced from other people's fantastic tutelage. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with how it turned out. The paper takes the Polychromos pencils fantastically well. There's about 1 million layers on here and it just kept taking and taking them, so yeah, really proud of that one. Now if you do see any lines like this on the back of the pages, that's just where I've pressed really hard when I've been colouring, and this image has then printed onto the back of here, but you can rub it out really easily to show you with a rubber, so it's not a permanent thing. It's just something that happens if you don't put any spare paper behind the image that you're colouring and you've got a pretty hard pressure like me. So we have the jewelled octopus. Now obviously with this being all about mermaids and with it being a Jasmine Becket-Griffith book, it's going to be all portraits of girls. There's some fairies in the book as well, but there's nothing, you know, sort of that's just a landscape or anything else other than portraits, which is what Jasmine is famous for. So we have Absinthe Mermaid. These books are absolutely brilliant for practicing skin actually. There's so many different faces, different angles, different face shapes and features that you can practice on, your lighting, your shading. And then a lot of them also do have backgrounds that you can fill in as well. Mermaid with a golden dragon, so you can make the dragon golden if you want, but you don't have to. Crown of air and water, absolutely beautiful. So we've got these koi fish and these butterflies representing the air and the water in this crown. Abyssal Mermaid, so this is apparently one of her very large marine themed paintings, which I believe she completed in 2015. So this is obviously more of a scene with the portrait, the girl, as a smaller part of the whole. Love this one, Mermaid of the Deep. It's quite a creepy looking mermaid. We've got the Cretaceous Mermaid, hopefully I've said that right. Again, more crowns, crown of shells this time. There's lots of pearls and jewels and things like that in this book as well. This is the Autumn Mermaid, so that would be lovely in your oranges, browns and reds. This one's called Sea Storm, and it's has a background of an electrical storm, so that would be an awesome one to do with purples and blues and indigos. So again, just the layout and the look and the feel of this book, premium quality, really worth the money that it's selling for. So if that's something that might be holding you back, I can definitely attest to the quality of the books. Mermaid Mother and Child, so that's really cute. Maybe if you have a daughter, you can make them look like you too. So there's lots of different things you can do with this. This one is a big blue whale, so it really is big next to this mermaid, and it's got some barnacles and things on it as well. Let's keep turning this round. Manta Ray Mermaid, so lots of rays. This is Tableau Vivant, Triumph of Galatea, hopefully I've said that right. So this is a historical portrait, traditional female figurative portrait along with magical scenes of historic or mythological imagery. This is a sea turtle mermaid, so her tail is all scaled and shelled like a turtle. This is called Amphitrite, and it's in Greek mythology. It's a sea goddess and mermaid. This is really sweet. It's got a little cherub mermaid in the back as well. And I love the ones that are in this sort of oval shape, as if they've been framed and mounted. This one's called the Sea Chariot. So this mermaid's being taken across the seas by these large fish. Green Mermaid Triplets. I often paint girls in groups of 3. I have 2 sisters and we're about the same age. This piece reminds me of photographs of us as children, all long-haired, big-eyed, looking cute. So you could do them all in matching colours, or you could do sort of Powerpuff Girls type thing, one pink, one green, one blue. Totally up to you how you do that. Really fun illustration there. By the Seaside, this one's really fun. So these are the fairies that I was talking about earlier. As you can see, they have feet instead of tails. And this is just a seaside scene with lots of shells, and you can colour the sea and the beach and make it more of a landscape picture. There's a couple of these microcosms in here, which is mermaids holding glass jars, vials or spheres like this with little seascape going on inside, as if they've captured it. I love this one because I absolutely love orca, so I'm probably going to colour this one next actually. Shipwreck Siren, Alchemical Angel 2. This is Venus with Cherubs, so again we have this theme of the cherubs with the sort of fabric around them. Very rococo. Now this is something a bit different about this book in particular compared to the other two. The other 2 books featured a set of 4 portraits on their own, and the descriptions here on the other side, whereas this one features strips of sections of pieces of work that Jasmine has done. So rather than have the whole thing bordered and then have 4 sort of thumbnails of them, these are sort of bookmark length sections taken from them. And there's a few of these. A couple of them are narrower than others. So these are fun pieces if you don't want to colour a whole page, you just want to do something quite singular, quite on its own, and a lot smaller than the other pictures. So we come to the end of the book, just advertising the previous 2 books here, and there's a QR code printed here which you can scan in, and it will take you to the original versions of the paintings that are in this book. So you can either colour them as they were meant to be coloured originally, or you can colour them with your own palette. So this book is out on the 8th of December this year, so it is up for pre-order at the moment, and all the links for UK, US and worldwide will be in the description, so check that out. Definitely pre-order it, I can see it flying out. There is a way that you can get this now, and it's from Jasmine's website itself, strangeling.com. It will be signed by Jasmine too, but this does come with a bigger price tag, so it's $29.99 in dollars on Jasmine's site. It will be sent to you now, so you'll have it before everyone else, and it will be signed, but obviously you have shipping costs to put on top of that, and it's not as cheap as it is on Amazon for pre-order, so it's entirely up to you what you want to do, but the link again will be in the description for you. So in the UK on Amazon it will be selling for just over £15. In the US it will be $19.95 in dollars. And again, it's on the Book Depository. I believe it's £13 at the moment. Prices go up and down, so it's up to you what you want to do. So I really hope you've enjoyed looking at the new book from Jasmine Becket-Griffith, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.